Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today guys, I'll be teaching you how to make the oral rehydration solution, and basically this solution is what we give to children when they have episodes of diarrhea, and you can actually establish diarrhea in a child when he or she has passed like 3 or more loose stools in a day. So you can now say that the child has diarrhea. So for this solution, usually it comes in like pre-packed bags, but I'll be teaching you how to actually make the solution, at the comfort of your home, without having to pay any dime or without having to waste money. This is actually something you can, make with what you already have at home, and you wouldn't be spending any money on, buying the pre-packed bags. And it's very, very easy to make. I'll be teaching you how to make, this solution, and it will really help you. So this solution helps to replace electrolytes and fluids that a child might have lost, while having episodes of diarrhea. So it is actually like a home remedy for children experiencing diarrhea. And I would just like to give few precautions before I go ahead and teach you how to make this solution. So firstly, ensure that when you're giving this solution, if you don't observe or see any meaningful change in your child or the child you're administering the solution to, it's best to take the child to the hospital. In normal situations, diarrhea kind of resolves on its own, especially with the help of this solution. It resolves in 3 to 4 days on the average. But if you don't see any change in 3 days, I think it's best for you to take the child to the hospital. And I usually advise that if you don't see any change in 24 hours, even with this oral radiation solution, it's best for you to just take the child to a medical facility, a hospital, a clinic. Just ensure that you take the child to see a medical expert. So that's that. The second precaution is that when you're giving this oral radiation solution, make sure you don't add the solution to your child's milk, your child's soup, your child's drink, any form of drink at all. When you're giving the solution, you give it by itself without adding it to any other thing. So that's another precaution you have to consider when giving this solution. So another precaution you have to consider when you're preparing this solution is that you must always put the correct amount of these ingredients needed. Make sure that you don't have too much sugar and you don't have too much salt. For instance, if you put too much sugar, it could actually worsen the child's diarrhea. Don't forget that the goal is to manage the diarrhea and ensure that the number of loose stools come down to the nearest minimum. So ensure that these ingredients are in the correct quantity, like the correct amount, because if you give too much of that of the ingredients, the child can actually become worse and not get better. So that's another precaution that should be considered. Okay, also, a child of say age 2 needs about a half to 1 cup of this solution after every loose stool. So if your child passes loose stools, so after every loose stool, if the child is around 2 years, just try and make sure that the child takes a cup of this solution, or half of the solution, half of a cup or a full cup of the solution after every loose stool. So also ensure that the child drinks as much as possible. So I'm not saying you should force the child to drink the solution, but just encourage your child to drink as much as possible. Or let me just say, encourage the child to drink as much as he or she can tolerate, but just encourage the child to take so much of the solution. It would really help. And don't forget, like I said earlier, in normal situations, diarrhea kind of resolves in 3 to 4 days. But if after taking the solution, the child doesn't improve, or the condition doesn't improve, or the child is still like having passing loose stools, then you need to see a doctor. You need to go to the hospital. Yeah. But I would recommend that you don't even wait for 3 to 4 days. If you don't see any conspicuous changes, you don't see any improvements in the child's health in 24 hours, then take the child to the hospital. So that's that about all the precautions. So let's just get started. It's a very simple procedure. Everything that will be needed is what you have at home, and it's very, very quick. So let's get started. So guys, I will just quickly run you through all the materials needed for this solution. So I have the measuring jug, and it's actually graded because we need 1 liter of clean water. Okay, I have a spatula here which I would use to stir the solution when I'm done. I've got a teaspoon here as well. And I have my sugar here, and I've got my salt here. It's actually labeled, so this is salt and this is sugar. Okay, and here I have my filter jug, and from here I'll be pouring the clean water I need. And this is just a random bottle where I'll be putting the solution when I'm done. So as per water, you need clean water, preferably boiled water or filtered water. So in this situation, I have a filter jug at home. So this water is actually filtered. It's actually a clean water from the tap, but I like to filter my water. So you have a jug of filtered water here. But if you don't have access to filtered water, if you have clean water running, from your tap, that would also be lovely. But I would suggest that you get boiled water. So try and boil water, at home, and then just allow it to cool down a bit. So when the water is cool, then you can go ahead and make the solution. So this is my filtered water. This is the measuring jug. I've got my spatula here to stir the solution so that the ingredients can actually, mix evenly in the jug. And then I have the teaspoon, like I said. I've got sugar and I've got salt. So let's get started. So I need 1 liter of clean water or boiled water or filtered water, as the case may be. So the jug is graded, so I will just be looking at the jug just to ensure that it doesn't pass the 1 liter limit. Okay guys, so I have 1 liter of clean water, filtered water here, and that's all I need at the moment. So now for salt, you can actually use your cooking salt, your table salt. You don't need any special salt for this solution. So I need half level teaspoon of salt. So this is my salt, and all I need for this 1 liter jug of water is just half level teaspoon of salt. So this is like half level teaspoon of salt. I'll be adding that to the clean water. And then for sugar, I need 6 level teaspoons of sugar. So let's count together. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So guys, I've added 6 level teaspoons of sugar and half level teaspoon of salt to this jug containing 1 liter of filtered water. Don't forget, like I said, all you need is just clean water. So you can get clean water from your tap, but preferably get boiled water. Just allow it to cool for some minutes and then you can use it. So now that we have the salt and sugar inside the 1 liter jug of water, all you need to do is just to stir and stir and stir so that the water and salt can mix evenly in the jug. So you can actually do the stirring with anything you have at home. You can use a spoon, whatever you have. I'm using the spatula because I have one at home, but even if you don't have a spatula, this would definitely suffice for that. So just mix and keep mixing. Okay, so I'm just mixing just to be sure that I don't have uneven salt and water in this solution. So I can see that it's properly mixed. It's very obvious that it's properly mixed at this point. I'm not sure you guys can see, but there is really nothing settling at the bottom of the jug. Nothing is settling at the bottom of the jug, so it's evenly mixed. So whatever you have at home, if it's a bottle, whatever you normally use to feed your child with, so if it's a bottle, a smaller cup, whatever it is, just pour the solution into the container. So I'm using a water bottle in my own situation, and then so just fill it up. And that's it. That's all you have to do. It's as simple as that. So now that we're done, so after every loose stool, you can give your child a cup or half of a cup of this. If the child is say 2 years or older, if the child is younger than that, you shouldn't do that. But if for children who are like say 18 months and older, then you can give like half a cup or a full cup of this ORS solution, which is the oral rehydration solution. And also, whatever solution you don't get to use at the end of the day, just discard it and make a new solution the following day. So don't carry over an old solution to the following day. So say I've made the solution for today, but the child couldn't finish, the one I made today. Don't use that same solution tomorrow. Make a fresh solution the following day. So at the end of every day, just discard the leftover you have and make a fresh one the following morning. And don't forget, like I said, if you don't see any meaningful or conspicuous changes in the child's health and the child, is still passing loose stools even after administering this oral rehydration solution, it's best for you to take the child to the hospital for proper consultation. But usually diarrhea stops in 3 to 4 days, but I really advise people to go to the hospital if it doesn't resolve in 24 hours, which is a day after administering the solution. One more thing I would like to mention is the fact that this solution is not only for children. Adults can take the solution, pregnant women can take the solution, anybody can actually take the solution. It is very, very good. It helps to replace all the electrolytes and fluids that we lose when we have episodes of diarrhea. I also like drink the solution. So it's actually not just for children, it's actually for everybody. It's just wonderful. It replaces whatever you might have lost, especially fluids and electrolytes when you have diarrhea. And it usually kind of just like gives you like strength to run your daily activities if you've had diarrhea. Okay guys, so that's all for today, and if you've enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you're yet subscribed to my channel. Also click on the notification bell so you always be notified whenever I put up videos on my channel. Share my videos with your loved ones and please subscribe. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. Bye.